This team needs to be called out and punished right now for the way that they're playing.
Oh, wow.
I'm putting Houston.
Whoa! Right off the bat.
Houston. Now, listen, let's be clear about something. Let's be clear about something. Okay? Like I said, I was up front. I'm punishing them.
Yeah.
Punishing them.
That's quite a punishment.
When you look at what is going on with the Sacramento Kings, look at what the Sacramento Kings have become over the last few weeks. They are not competitive with anybody. They're getting smoked every night. You lose a game to the Sacramento Kings right now, a team that really doesn't look like they show up with the right mentality at all to win. I mean, it's a mess. And you lose to them and you're playing your guys. You got Durant, Şengün, and Amin Thompson in that game. It's not like you sit a couple of those guys. Yeah, you have to look at that a little differently. They played everybody because they needed to, because they've lost 4 out of 5 now. So you're 3 out of 4 going into that game. They wanted to win that game, and you're playing a team that's in free fall, and you lose to that team. No, I'm sorry, I'm punishing them right now. They're a mess right now. Now, do I think the Houston Rockets are going to finish 10th? No, of course not. They're 7th right now. I mean, going into the season and most of the first half of the year, we've continued to label them a contender, right? Along with Oklahoma City and San Antonio and Denver, Houston. Like, those have been the teams we've been giving all the love to in the Western Conference. So I still think you're going to hear an awful lot from the Houston Rockets the second half of the year. It's going to be a lot better than what we're saying right now. But right now, the way they're playing, and particularly the stain of that loss to the Sacramento Kings, I put them in the elevator shaft, man. So they're in free fall right now, and I've got them at 10th. I have to come down hard on the Rockets.
So they've lost to Sacramento actually twice in the last month, and they lost 2 in a row to Portland, and they lost to Dallas. These are all bad losses. You know, you would count them as bad losses for this team. But this is exactly what I mean, Legs, about how much do you punish them? Because I thought I was punishing them quite a bit for where I had them for this recent slide, because I think it means something. I don't think they're 10th though. I still have them more like where I think they are in terms of what's their best punch going to be, and it's going to probably still upset Rockets fans. But it wasn't 10th. But here's the thing: culture and how a team feels about itself, how they play, the connected tissue, all those things matter. And I'm just looking at the Rockets over the last really 30 days, and they have a lot of losses. Since December 6th, they actually have a couple losing streaks now under their belt. And that to me concerns me. Is this a team that's growing into who they are? Teams go through ups and downs, but they're kind of on a more extended down than I would expect of a team of their stature. And it makes me wonder if they are growing towards the team they are supposed to be by April. And it makes me think, no, they are not.
Adam, they're 9-10 in the last 19 games. That's well over a month. And in that time, they have lost to the Utah Jazz, the Mavericks twice, the Kings twice, and the Pelicans. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care who's on your roster or how good you started the year. That is not the resume of a championship contending team. Yeah. So, like I said, I still have belief in their talent. I do believe in Ime Udoka. This team right now, they've got to do a recalibration, man, and get back to what they were a year ago at their core, which is hanging their hat on the defensive end of the floor. Now, their offense, I think, at times is a little bit stagnant in the fourth quarter of close games as well. And that's something that you had Kevin Durant to the mix that's gonna sort of muddy things up a little bit and how you're going to operate at the end of the game, because he's just so dominant. You feel so trusting in him, but it's different than what they've done, and it's not necessarily maximizing the whole roster. I'm more concerned about their defense. I'm more concerned than anything about their inability to show up with the foot, with that foot to the pedal mindset against bad teams. You've got to show up and not just think you can roll out the ball with talent against these lottery bound bottom feeder teams. Some of these teams have talent. Like Utah can score. You've got to show up ready to play against a team like that. The Dallas Mavericks play really hard defensively. You've got to show up ready. The fact that the Rockets are 9-10 in over a month of time with losses to all of those teams I just mentioned that are going to be in the lottery, That's a really bad sign.
Do you predict they're going to climb? I mean, because we know they have the talent, there's no question. Or do you predict that this might reveal something about the makeup of this team, that they might be a team that's tumultuous, has high upside and low floor?
I'm going to answer that question with an I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I really don't feel sure either way. I would say if you made me pick one of the two directions, I would say no. I think that this team is going to trend upward the second half of the year. They're going to get this straightened out. They've got too much on their roster to not do that, but I'm not certain of that by any means, man. So they're looking at their schedule coming up.
Oh, it's a homestand. Look at this. It's so big, Legs.
You got Oklahoma City at home, Minnesota at home, San Antonio at home. Now, you want to prove to me?
Yep, this is it.
After this homestand, prove it to me. Prove it to all of us that you're legit. You're in it. Now, Chicago at home, again, that's not a terrible team, but that's one you got to take care of that. Oklahoma City, Minnesota, then you get New Orleans before you get San Antonio. Yeah. So you got 3 teams that are contending teams in the Western Conference coming into your building in the next 5 games. You know what? Win them all. You want to really make a statement? Win all of those games, including obviously Chicago and New Orleans, the 2 bad teams you're going to get.
Well, I had no idea you were going there for